Hi, my name is Kathryn and the title of my story is The Boy and His Moon Reflection. Once there was a little boy that loved the woods. His name was Jake. He would always go to the lake and the forest to look at the reflection of the moon. Jake had animal friends, and one was named Tiny the Stag. He was as skinny as a flagpole, but the nicest stag you will ever meet. Jake had another friend, and you may be asking who it is. It's the watchful owl. Her name is Spy. Spy loves the lake and watches over it all night, and she is better than any security camera you could ever have. That is why her name is Spy. Jake's very best friend, though, is the moon reflection. In the lake, Jake loved that reflection. He didn't know that it was a reflection, but that didn't matter. Tiny and Spy were interested in the magical lake, too. They liked to sit with Jake and look at the moon. They even traveled a mile to a different lake to drink so they didn't use all the water. When it was morning, the moon would not show in the lake. The sun just brightened it. And at night, the moon shined the brightest. On a hot day, the beaver Chomper wanted to swim in the lake, but Jake whined, "I don't want you to." Jake did not want to get the lake filled with sawdust from Chomper's mouth because he just chomped down a tree. Chomper exclaimed, "But I'm so hot." Jake looked at Chomper. Jake cried, "Go to a lake a mile away. I won't have you." Chomper stomped away unhappy and didn't get to swim. He decided to make his own lake. Jake looked at his lake that night and told the moon that he would protect it forever. One thing that Jake noticed is that the moon looked sad. Soon after, Tiny and Spy grew thirsty and did not want to walk all the way to the other lake. When Jake wasn't looking, they drank the water out the lake. When he saw that the lake was empty, Jake screamed. He was so upset. His best friend was gone. "I'm going to find out what happened." Jake searched for days in the hot sun to find out what happened. Chomper built a dam. "Chomper!" Jake screamed. "Why did you do that?" Chomper exclaimed, "I was making myself a pool because I was hot. Please, Chomper, let me have my lake back." Jake turned around to his friends Tiny and Spy. They told Jake they were getting tired of walking a mile. "We want to drink out of the lake. We are with Chomper." "Please, I'm begging you," Jake exclaimed. Tiny had always been a soft one, and he started to give in. That made Spy give in. Chomper realized he wasn't going to win. He muttered, "If you really love this lake so much, I have an idea." The friends began to dig. They dug and let the water flow in the hole that they made. Chomper exclaimed, "We have a huge lake now, and everybody is welcome. And now you can see your moon, buddy." That night, he looked at his moon reflection in the new lake and thought it smiled right at him, so he smiled back. The end. Thank you for listening to my story.